So a very common thing that people want to do is run a copy of a Google Doc or a Google presentation, or in this case a drawing. So sometimes you don't want every kid in your class all to be typing into the same thing, something like this, which would be like a name tag project. You want each kid to make his or her own name tag. There are two ways to do that. One is through Classroom, and the other is what I'll show you in this video here, where you can make a copy of a template and then it creates a unique version for every kid in your class. So to do that, it's very simple. You open whatever document you want. So in this case, I opened the student name tag template, and I got this from Alice Keeler, who's a Google certified teacher who shares a lot of things on Twitter and on her website, alicekeeler.com. What we'll do is take this template, and I'm just going to share it. I'll just leave that like that for now. I think that's the default. So I'm going to copy this URL, and then I'm going to go in a new tab to whatever URL shortener you want to go to. So I use Shoutkey a lot because if you take a look at this, I don't want to have to write all of this up on the board. I know many students will goof that up trying to type that in, so I'm going to use a URL shortener. And Shoutkey is one of those. It's you go here, you paste in your URL. So over here, you can right click and do copy, or you can hold down Apple C. Over here in Shoutkey, you can right click and paste, or you can do Apple V. And this sets an expiration. So if I'm going to do this right away with my kids, I still wouldn't pick 5 minutes, because I know 6 minutes later some kid is going to come up to me and say, oh, I didn't ever enter the URL. So I'll just put 1 hour. Don't hit this yet, because what this will do is this will just let your students sign into their Google account and view this, and then they'd have to manually make a copy. We can automatically make a copy for them if we just change this ending on our URL. So right now it says edit, delete it, and replace it with the word copy. So I'm going to click Shout It, and that's a really nice, easy Shoutkey. So the Shoutkey is here. So all I have to do is write shoutkey.com/here, and it will redirect them to this website and last for an hour. You can also scan QR codes. One thing to double check, and you might want to do this beforehand, is check that it's an appropriate word on the Shoutkey. Sometimes it will give you different words that you might not want to put on display. And also sometimes they're perfectly acceptable words, they're just too long, or it's a strange spelling. So you can always go back a page and click Shout It again as many times as you want until you get a good key. So I'll just go to that website, shoutkey.com/here, and show you what it looks like. When I go there, notice how it redirected me to the website, the long website, and it's asking me, do you want to make a copy of our student name tag document? And when I click this blue Make a Copy button, it makes a fresh new copy that I own, and now I have my own new version. It's called Copy of Student Name Tag. It's private only to me. I can share it back to my teacher so that the teacher can see and print these out or put them on display or whatever you'd like to do. So that's the shortcut. That, again, in a nutshell, you go to whatever document it is that you want to create a copy for your class. You click Share. You copy your link, you go to your favorite URL shortener. There's also tinyurl or bit.ly or goo.gl. I like Shoutkey because it gives me plain English words. You paste in using Command V, paste in your URL and change the ending to copy. And then set your expiration and click Shout, and that will create a new temporary URL, shortened URL that will make a copy of the document for your students.